Thanks for tuning in to the Auto Insider, where you come to find out what's new, what's hot, and what's not in the automotive industry. Well, this week on the Auto Insider, we have this 2021 Mustang Mach-E GT all-wheel drive. And while this cyber metallic orange wasn't my favorite when I first saw it, it's actually starting to grow on me. And another thing that grew on me quickly was the technology, like how you just touch that button and the door pops open. But that's not where the tech ends. When you make your way inside, there's this huge light show when you enter the car to welcome you into your Mustang Mach-E. And when you're talking about an electric vehicle in today's market, you have to have something to attract people to it. When I compare this to the pictures that I've seen of the Tesla on the interior, I'm a lot more impressed with the layout Ford did here on the Mach-E GT. Well, we've done a review on the Mach-E before, but not the GT. So we noticed things like the upgraded materials here on the dash and the door panels, this aniline leather interior, this aluminum trim that looks a little like carbon fiber, thick leather wrapped steering wheel. It just feels like a sports car. The seats wrap around you for an extra exhilarating driving experience. And we did experience that in this Mach-E GT. The panoramic roof adds tons of light and makes the vehicle feel a lot more open than some of the other vehicles we've tested of late. Second row, nothing to really brag about. You do have your USB chargers here, and there's decent leg room for a small family. You can get 3 kids across that back row, no problem. And let's face it, even though it bears the name Mustang, it's still an SUV crossover vehicle. So you have to have easy access to the cargo area. Great to have a 60/40 folding second row seats. So we're not just talking about saving fuel. We're also talking about having a vehicle that actually works for your life. But the point of reviewing the GT is about the performance. 0 to 60 times, as reported by Ford, are 3.7 seconds. Feels really fast. If you're comparing it to, say, the Tesla Plaid, not that kind of fast. But to any other car on the road, chances are, traffic light to traffic light, you'll get them every time. But when you're not racing from traffic light to traffic light, our tester came with the Ford Copilot 360 Active 2.0 Blue Cruise, so it'll take over and drive for you. This huge infotainment system is not just for looks. Features and functions there as well. You have wireless charging as well as a USB and a USB-C fast charger. And then there's even a pass-through storage shelf here for family things. I told you, it's not just an electric car, it's a family car. And here below this GT monogrammed armrest, there's additional storage. Not much, but it's there, as well as a 12-volt charger in case you have to plug up one of those old-fashioned phones in your electric vehicle. Again, back to this touchscreen. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wirelessly connect to the Ford infotainment system. And you can also configure this monitor so that you can have multiple views right here on the same screen. If you're a techie, this Mustang Mach-E will fit right into your lifestyle. And speaking of lifestyle, the person who wants to spend a couple of extra dollars on the GT will really appreciate the 20-inch summer tires, the 20-inch aluminum wheels, the GT Performance Edition package. It looks like a sports car. And I know a lot of people are upset about the fact that Ford used the Mustang name on this car, but I think if there were any other vehicle they could have put the Mustang name on and come out with a surprisingly impressive vehicle, this is it. And for those of you who haven't been early adopters to alternative fuel vehicles, let's address the elephant in the room. The disadvantage to owning an electric vehicle is charging it, finding a charging station in your neighborhood, and the expense of charging when you're on the go. As you can see here, we charged this Mustang Mach-E at this charging station for 37 minutes, and it cost us $11. But once you get used to owning an electric vehicle, you will find the places to charge your vehicle that are least expensive, and you will also join a network of charging stations that you pay a monthly fee or you pay per use, and you can save a bit of money. But when you're charging at home and you have to park your vehicle outside, there's this other thing. How do I get my car close enough to an outlet to charge it? Do I have to climb through the bushes every time I want to charge up my vehicle? My recommendation would be to add a level 2 charger to your home if you're making the leap to the EV lifestyle. And one of the advantages of the EV lifestyle in this Mach-E is this frunk where the engine would be. And if you look closely, there's a drain plug there for melting ice that kept your drinks cold while you tailgated before the big game. And for those of you still on the fence about electric vehicles, the Mustang Mach-E GT has an estimated 260 miles of range on a full charge. And the average person drives about 30 miles a day on your commute. So you could really go about a week without having to charge your Mustang Mach-E GT. Well, that's all the time we have this week on the Auto Insider. But for more of what's new, what's hot, and what's not, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and download the SoundCloud app and listen to all of our reviews in their entirety. And as far as whether this Mach-E GT is hot or not, this one is hot. Well, till next week, I'm Daryl Killian for the Auto Insider.